What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end so you can hear the full story and all the details in the case. Everything in this video is alleged. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you're feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. For most people, we wake up every day and get to it. We try to find a way to make $1. Whether you have a 9 to 5 and punch that clock, a small business, or choose a legit hustle like DoorDash or Lyft. We all gotta survive, eat, clothe yourself and your family if you had one, and provide a roof over our heads. And we all know that can be stressful. Waking up every day thinking about work, bills, and how to survive in this messed up economy where everything is ridiculously high. So every now and again, we need a break, a few days just to unplug from the rat race and have some time for yourself. Some might choose to take a few days off, stay home, and just relax. Try to reset and get their mind right. But for others, they like to get far away, a vacation. They want to leave their city or state, go somewhere nice like a beach or something like that and turn up. A lot of times, vacations can be expensive though. You have travel, whether you fly or drive. You have to worry about what you're going to eat, shelter, where will you stay, whether a hotel or Airbnb, and all that can add up. So for some friend groups, they all chip in to a vacation fund or a pot to share the expenses for the trip so everybody can go and have a good time. But for whatever reasons, over the last few years, hanging out or going on vacations with so-called friends has become dangerous. And unfortunately, you have to ask yourself a hard question. If I go on this trip, will I make it back home? And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it right outside of Miami to Hollywood, Florida, to discuss the case of a man who went on a vacation trip with his friends, not knowing it would be his last. Just earlier this month, 21-year-old Jaydon Williams was living a fulfilled life in North Carolina. Even though a young man, Jaydon was focused and knew exactly what he wanted out of life. After school, he decided he wanted to do more, to make something of himself. So he joined the military and moved up the ranks fast, becoming a sergeant. He worked hard because he had big dreams. Described as a kind young man, polite, always smiling, and seeing the good in people and everyone around him. Jaydon was a likable person, so he had a good bit of friends and associates he rotated with on a regular. And he was also in a committed relationship, which him and his girlfriend were locked in and making plans for the future. But all work and no play is no fun, especially for a 21-year-old. So when a group of Jaydon's friends hit each other up, like we should all chip in and go to Florida, get an Airbnb and go to a yacht party, and maybe a few clubs. To Jaydon, that sounded like a plan, and he was in. The plan was to go right before the 4th of July of this year and leave a few days after. The group was pretty deep, and we all know the downside of traveling with friends. They might bring a person along you really don't know. It's a friend or your friend. But everybody seemed like they was all cool. When the group got to the Airbnb in Hollywood, Florida, about 30 minutes from Miami, it was nice. Enough space for everybody to be comfortable and not far from all the clubs and fun. Another young man who was on the trip as well was 21-year-old Devian Blunt, also from North Carolina. It's not clear if Devian and Jaydon were close friends or just kind of knew a few of the same people in that circle. But some say the young man was acting a little bit strange during the trip. Of course, they attended a yacht party and drinks were flowing heavy. So most of them took it as maybe Devian couldn't handle his alcohol. The yacht party was lit and everybody had fun. The group headed back to the Airbnb, but some of the friends were not done partying yet, and they decided they would go back to Miami and go to a club. But now, after 1 a.m. on the 4th of July, Jaydon was done. He was tired and decided he would stay back. Besides, he missed his girl, who was back in North Carolina, so he decided to FaceTime her. As he was on the phone, he didn't realize Devian had also stayed back. Jaden wasn't paying him no mind though, and the two was doing their own thing. As he was deep into his conversation, Devian started geeking, accusing Jaden of stealing something from him. As he confronted Jaden, he was super upset, as he assured Devian, like, yo, chill. Whatever you think I have of yours, I don't, bro. I don't steal. But Devian wasn't trying to hit. It started getting a little physical, as Jaden was still on FaceTime with his girlfriend. Seconds later, shots went off. As she yelled Jaden's name, she got no response. So she hung up and called local police. They responded to the house to find Jaden suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. As he was rushed to a local hospital, police did a sweep of the house, but it was empty. Eventually, his group of friends returned to the Airbnb, which was now a crime scene. And they told police the only other person who was there with Jaden was Devian. As they revealed, they were all on vacation. They received the heartbreaking news. Jaden had unfortunately passed away from his injuries. Later that morning, Devian came back, walking calmly to the Airbnb and asked, like, where's everybody at? We are not scheduled to leave for a few days. But he was taken into custody, charged with first-degree hit and weapon violations. As somebody nearby the area called police and stated they found the handgun on the sidewalk, in which it was determined it was the same handgun used in the shooting. As neighbors heard the news, some felt it was dangerous having an Airbnb in the neighborhood because it was kids and elderly people, and you never knew what type of people it would bring. Others felt the Airbnb wasn't no problem, just people bringing weapons, not knowing how to act. As Devian went in front of a judge to hear his charges, he sat nonchalantly. As of now, he is currently being held in a Broward County jail, and he is innocent until proven otherwise. Rest in peace to Jaden. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. 21 years old, whole life ahead of him. I know for a fact, when he left home and headed from North Carolina to Florida with his friends, he never thought for a second this would be my last trip. But it's an unfortunate reality nowadays though, and it's sad you have to think like that one of my friends might take my life. But I want to know y'all thoughts on this situation, fam. Let me know in the comments. And remember, we got to succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, it's a terrible story. Rest in peace, that young man. I definitely send my prayers to his family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all leave it in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. It's another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.